The last session of the last day here. My name is Hisham Ibrahim. I work for the RIPE NCC. I'm also part of the AFPIF PC. Just to buy people a minute or two to come back in, let me ask you a quick question and share with you a thought that I've been having over the past couple days. So first of all, who has children here in the room? Who has children? Yes, raise your hands, please. Yeah, not that many fathers? Okay, yes. So I have a child. I have a son, Adam. He's 3 years old. And because I travel a lot, so I usually use Skype to communicate with him. And the idea just came to me that from Adam's perspective, the way that he communicates with me is always through clicking on a button and being able to see me and my surroundings and hear me in real time. When I hand him over a phone, he doesn't know how to hold it to his ear. This is what he expects. This is the norm to him. So all the stuff that we're talking about here, about cross-border interconnection and building capacity and stuff like that, he's building it from the expectation of this is normal, video and audio is normal. Right? The concepts we're talking about, cross-border and all the other stuff, is as foreign to him as the sound of a dial-up modem is, or a fax machine is. He has no appreciation for that. And as he grows, his expectation grows. So there's no way we will continue to be talking about this stuff as he progresses or gets older. And when he gets older and asks me what I've been doing for my entire life, he will have no appreciation to the kind of work that we're doing here at this kind of meeting. Anywho, I bought people a minute or two. We'd like to start the lightning talks now. We're going to start with Onno from AM-IX. He'll be talking to us about IXP Masterclass. Onno, please.
Which is a good thing because it's a lightning talk, and also I need to catch a plane pretty soon. But about the IXP training or masterclass that we at AM-IX decided to organize. But first, let me, for the people who don't know, let me share you who AM-IX is. So basically, AM-IX was founded more than 20 years ago. We operate in different regions of the world. In Amsterdam is obviously the main exchange that we operate. There are more than 800 networks connected in Amsterdam. And thank you very much. And we also expanded to other regions, like the US. We are in the Bay Area, Chicago, New York. We started exchanges in the Dutch Caribbean, in Hong Kong, and our most recent one is in Mumbai, where we operated together with SIFI. So that's briefly about AM-IX. I'm here to inform you about the masterclass or the training. Why do we organize a training at AM-IX? Because we receive many requests for consultancy or training on how to run or how to start an internet exchange. And we at AM-IX, we love to support that and to give those training or the consultancy. But we simply do not have the time and the resources to accommodate all these requests that we receive. So we decided this year to work on a IXP masterclass, where during a week, all technical and commercial aspects of starting or running an internet exchange will be
registered in PeeringDB and to subscribe to a mailing list. We're basically two committees. This is the admin committee, the product committee, and as I have only little time, I will basically talk about more on the product committee. This is what we concentrate most of. So the product committee is to look ahead, to basically fixes bugs as well as introduce new features. So new features, where do they come from? They come from you, from the membership, from the users. Everyone is able to file an issue or a request. You see the URL over here. We have an absolutely open process to do so. If you have any idea what should be incorporated in PeeringDB, just open a ticket and we will work on this. So the product committee, this is a committee consisting of roughly 10 people. All of them are voluntaries from the community, and the duties of the product committee is to evaluate all these requests, prioritize them, request a quote for development, request a budget from the board, manage implementation and scheduling. So, and what PeeringDB also tries is, from these requests, from these, to improve PeeringDB month by month. So what we do, we have roughly one release per month, and we announce it at least 1 week in advance. Before new features are introduced, you are able to test this on a beta site, and the beta site is always running the latest development. Release dates are always on Wednesday at 4 o'clock Zulu, and to avoid the reason for that is to avoid Mondays and Fridays. And what we also not do is to release on international holidays during international large conferences. As said, the beta development server is available at beta.peeringdb.com, runs the latest beta software, and has the same features. Besides that, of course, all the changes which are in the running database are not incorporated, but all the new features are available from the beta website. This is especially important if you integrate PeeringDB in your own workflow. So the roadmap for this year contains several maintenance releases. We will have a next major release, which is more on the back end of PeeringDB, and this release will be on the 6th of September. For the roadmap, we have divided the roadmap focus in different areas. One of this is focusing on data quality, privacy, and confidentiality. The second one is on usability and API, platform stability, reliability, product evaluation. And when the other area is the communication focus area, where we have partner management, communication outreach, and membership engagement. As mentioned earlier, the use of PeeringDB is for free, but it of course also takes money to run PeeringDB, and what we do is we 100% rely on sponsorship. We have different sponsorship levels listed over here, and these are our valid sponsors. And this is it from me, and hopefully I made it in time. Yeah. Thank you. Any questions?
I would have a question about stability of the API. Do you use semantic versioning? That is, can you shed some light on the backwards compatibility? When will you, do you make difference between backwards breaking changes and adding features in your versioning?
I didn't guess. If you are breaking.
Yes, so you have an API versioning, right?
Yes.
You're now on 2.3.0. So if you follow semantic versioning, that means that you will not introduce backwards breaking changes in the whole 2.3 cycle. Is that a correct assumption, or?
I guess so. But
yeah, we are heavy users of your API, so
okay.
Yeah.
But I guess it would be a better idea to not do though. But could we follow up that afterwards? Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Mathieu?
Yeah, Mathieu.
Yes, Arnold. Quick comment in French for a newcomer, sorry. Fabrice, le Togo UX vient de naître et pas encore sur PeeringDB. On espère vraiment te voir rapidement.
So we hope you'll be soon available on PeeringDB. It's not yet there, so hope this will happen very quick.
Okay, merci.
And yes, and to follow up on Arnold's talk, I just want to point out that PeeringDB is very useful for the operators. I'm the CDNs and others that want to do business with you. I'm sure they all talk to you about this. But also the researchers, people like Jasper, like using it to actually understand what they're looking at when they see raw data, and it really helps. So thank you for the work you're doing, Arnold, and the rest of the team. For the last, so the third lightning talk that we have now, Cristian will be talking to us about TV. Oh yes, TV exchange. Yes, that's easy. Okay, thank you, Cristian. Please.
Thank you. So how does this work?
The green button, the big thing in the middle.
Yeah.
That advances. Shoot advances.
Okay, so my name is Cristian Copcea. I'm coming from Romania. It is my second time I am attending AFPIF, and I remember I was asked to speak French. Donc, je m'appelle.
So my name is Cristian Copcea from Romania, and this is my second experience of the AFPIF event. I've been working in Interlan Association for 15 years now, and I'm here to briefly discuss the alternative use, I would say additional use of an action point that we implemented last year on the Interland exchange point. You have a little traditional scheme of the TV broadcasting system.
Vers un end ensuite.
Channels, and this is our point here is the receiving part in terms of satellite antennas and transcoders, devices that are very costly for a small operator. It can cover about over 10 TV channels. And if each operator could have 1, 2, or 3 antenna as well as transcoders as lower costs, this will go a long way to contribute to a multicast flow. What will happen is that they will be receiving the channels from other operators into the same thing, and other operators will be able to do the same, and this will become very interesting for the channels who are involved in advertisement. And this is how we've been able to make the internet exchange point operational through TV, and this we call TVX. Under the co-location facilities involving providers as well as the pop action point, it becomes easy to involve TV channels into the exchange points as well as providing these to the vendors. And currently, Interlan is handling 15 TV channels at both national and international level, and this within a period of 2 months, just 2 months. Now let's talk about the pricing. How much does this cost? All this service is 1 gigabyte of data can carry about 20 TV channels, and only one payment to the exchange point would. And this, by so doing, the action point becomes neutral and have to generate income by just selling products without involving bandwidth and TV.
Voilà, donc je redis.
So I'm saying that I've been part of the first edition. I'm back here for the second edition with a true story. This is not theory. In Romania, it made it possible to connect to the local community, and given the local condition, which can help to take inspiration from this story as is, or if the cause for a change, The point is that it can provide additional service to the exchange point. This will involve the technical and non-technical aspects. This means outside the TV channels we're having here, we can provide legal advice, and this helps to bring people together and help to come up with something that will not be like in society where you keep on paying on a monthly basis. So thank you very much for your attention. Should you have any question, I stand available. Thank you very much.
So, questions from the floor? Okay, no? Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a final talk that was a last-minute addition. Jasper, you may remember him from the measurements panel, was asked a question, and he's here to follow up with the answer on that. So Jasper, please.
There should be one in front of this. No, there's not. Yeah, this one. This is the country that I showed for Eastern Africa plus the Indian Ocean territories, and then Chucky jumped up and said that's not fair because you should not include the Indian Ocean territory because they are so badly connected to the rest of Eastern Africa. If you've not seen my talk, all the red dots indicate for a single trace route between two probes in Eastern Africa or Indian Ocean territory, that they go out of the country, out of the region, and then come back again, the tromboning routes. So this is pretty terrible. The blue indicates it goes out of the country but through an IXP, and green and yellow is okay. So I've excluded the Indian Ocean territories, and this would be the actual image. And for a nice quiz element, who can tell me what the two red bounds are that I've bordered with a black border? Eastern Africa, people, come on. It's all red. Which is it country? Nobody paid attention yesterday? Ethiopia. It's Ethiopia. You won the cake. This is without Ethiopia, and it looks pretty good. And this would be the Indian Ocean territories only. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Jasper. And by that, we conclude the lightning talk sessions. And now I'll be handing over to Glenn, right, to talk to us about some of the future ideas that we have with AFPIF. So thank you all. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you again. Bonsoir. Donc,
Good afternoon, evening again. We are approaching to the end of our conference, and I'm sure that some people are still wondering when this will happen next year. I'm not here to make it known. Unfortunately, as a program committee for AFPIF, we have met and said that there will be a call for expression of interest. This means in case any country is willing to offer to host AFPIF 2018, and those countries will indicate their interest in hosting this forum. So this will be circulated, the announcement will be circulated through the mailing list. Should you be on the mailing list, then you will see it, and when you receive this, you'll be given a time frame for you to go through it and indicate your interest in hosting this. Secondly, this has to do with the program committee, which is the one responsible for organizing this forum. We will be indicating whether there's any room for a person that would like to become part of this committee, so that they can also establish their help. So this will be indicated through the mailing list. Those are the few announcements that I wanted to pass around. Should any country in the room be interested in this, please step forward to indicate these. Conditions will be set out. It's not just based on a willpower. There will be conditions to fulfill before hosting this forum. So this is what I wanted to say. Should you have any question, and then they are welcome. If not, then you should be expecting the mail from our mailing list. Who is not on the mailing list? Please raise your hand if you're not on the mailing list. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. I would like also to welcome Dawit and your vision, please, for the closing notes.